Well, hello everyone. Manny Make 25 here, and basically talk about for the brand new Tutors Edition, and I'm sure with any students that may wonder to where that yeah, that whenever they go back to school, that maybe that talk about it's like maybe that they like the smell of new things, such as brand new this or brand new that, but let's just say on average to where like for the Tutors Edition to where this right here will be like a picture right here of me. I like a picture painting right here of me, and let's just say that use this right here as like what you call use right here as a like a blob brush or something like that. But I'm like I can go ahead and draw right here as like a green outline right here to where yeah, it's like a author of a book or something like that, and like here's my book. This is a school I went to, and just like draw like a little like these little line. I'm like, yeah, you see scribbly or something like that. But anyway, I'm just I'm just saying. But on the other hand, that you talk about it's like for brand new right here is to where it if this was like a if most of us will I think about you like the smell of new stuff. It's like between the classroom and the tutor room, and like say with the tutors edition, and like worrying to where it necessarily to where that yeah that you like the smell of new stuff, and like to say if you go back to school for a brand new education, you like to see something new, and like say for a brand new grade book, and like worrying to where that yeah, we go to school, for a grade as well, but like wondering to where that do some students that may get frustrated over if they don't do very well in class. So just say if one of those could be if it's a fail, or if it's a if it's going to be anything such as a a passing grade or something like that, to where that you're too good, that's enough to pass, but to complete the course. But I'm sure that like students like me to where whenever you started, it's like maybe with the high school diploma, and like Warren to where your education only goes so far. But let's just say if you had countless, if you had the amount of counting time hours to where even on the weekends to where if you were to spend at least 3 hours or so, maybe every maybe not all day, but maybe like 4 days a week or so, just kind of just kind of taking the time to study about what all the school does, and especially to where learning and understanding about the programs and other stuff of online education. And I'm sure that like saying about that, to where that yeah, a lot of your education has been expired for over a decade, but let's just say that with the information, that more likely that the skills that you learned, especially the time that you spent in class and learned, to where one thing that maybe you're looking forward to is like for a brand new grade book. And I say that yeah, that maybe something maybe I'm looking forward to as well, to where that anything like this right here was a painting right here of me and with my name, and then you have right here's brand new grade book, and like wondering to where what do you think that more likely could be in the grade book, such as the time that you spent in the classroom, and then for the time you spent working with the tutors and all the other students, like thinking about yeah, year 2018 seems like a long ways away. I'm like whenever they say it's like maybe you're due for graduation, but then on your hand, that thinking about, I'm like, yeah, for well, how well that we get along with what we do, and more likely they say that yeah, a lot of things are quite challenging about a lot of things. It's just to get introduced to something, it just seems like that there are a lot of rough challenges, and like mentioned before, is to where. And if we've heard to where that yeah, one of those challenges could be it's to where how to name a file, and then how to keep your work organized, stuff like that. So I guess we cannot expect to where that that well, when we first get started, to where that yeah, to where we know exactly about how to do this and that, and I like any students that may want to where people that are working ahead of you, and they've already completed this assignment or that assignment. But let's just say that that for any student like Warren to where that yeah, that they go to school and like yeah, they're paying for the education, and let's just say that to where that maybe something that they do know you pretty well too, to where that they've got an experience to where they're paying for their education by their time and for a willingness to where that they start out maybe working with it just by a checkbook. They may have only started with a checkbook and then until they got onto a card and then they actually start paying their bills just by to where that you only started with about maybe $50 to work with until maybe the next month, and then maybe after about maybe a month or two after you graduate, and then you start the savings starts building up a little bit more. So on average, to where that if we go by the question to where does our goal and our skills basically build up to where you only started with so much, and then you find so much more, after a long period of time, let's just say after about 3 weeks, that you really start seeing a lot of improvements to where you've seen a lot more work, more likely a lot more expectations, and then as well as you start seeing a lot more of stuff that more likely that you try to use at some point, but then you're like, well, hey, that well, on average, to where that it seems like to where that well, there's a lot more work. There's a lot more work, on this right here, and thinking that necessarily to where that yeah, that all the work that you put into there, and thinking that yeah, there's a lot more time, and if most of us know what I'm saying, to where that whenever you're working hard at something and thinking about to where that you find a lot more in the package than maybe than what you expected, and then like wanting to where that and then you kind of thinking about, well, now you have to make a decision. What do you want to do? What do you want to use? Do you like this better or do you like that better? And like Warren, to where that you kind of like it takes you a few seconds just to make a final decision. But let's just say with one of those final decisions would be, it's like to where that yeah, to where something that more likely to where that you come to agreement to where that yeah, that which one that more likely to where if this is your work, and let's just say that if this is like something to a better understanding about how other people know exactly about how what you learned and what all you do there at the school, and then as well as for the job that you go to. So the way I think about those, like for for Tutors Edition, to where if it's understanding about is to where that what all we learned is knowing about. It's like the smell for brand new stuff. It's like for brand new for Tutors Edition, and I'm sure anybody say that after being out of school for about 7 years or maybe 12 years or so, that you're like Warren, to where a lot of that new stuff seems like it don't exist. But I'm sure they probably say if you work hard enough, I'm sure there might be a lot of people that more likely are going to be very surprised. It's like thinking about for the hard work and improvements. But other than that, like I talk about here, so Manny Make 25 here. It's like thanks for watching.